Hello, everyone, and welcome to Caregiver Chronicles. My name is Sarah, and today I'm here with my husband, Jeremy.
Hello.
And today we are going to give you a family update for July 2021.
Even though this episode will hit on August 1st.
Oh, it'll hit on August 1st, but you'll get the gist of what our month was like. Our last update was in June, the end of June, and we talked about some things like my grandmother's passing and Joey starting school, sleep regression, all that. And so our family update for July is a little bit happier.
Yay!
With some more major life changes. And there's also some really exciting things coming up with Caregiver Chronicles. We have a lot of really neat interviews and guests booked. Next week, stay tuned because I have an interview with an amazing young woman named Mishka. She and her brother, who is autistic and nonverbal, started a business together, and it's just amazing that they run a business together. It's just absolutely amazing. She's an amazing young woman, incredibly smart, incredibly talented, and just was a total sweetheart. We loved interviewing her, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's one thing coming up on Caregiver Chronicles. The biggest thing is Joey is still in a bit of a sleep regression. We're still having a couple nights a week. I want to say we're having about 3 nights a week now where he's not sleeping very well.
Yeah, he's struggling at times. It's not been as consistent as it was where it was every other night, but it's still, like you said, 3 nights a week. Basically, a lot of these things we've noticed tend to come with routine changes. He was in school, and then he was out of school, and then we put him in the extended school year, and then so that's almost over. So we're expecting another little drastic shift, and then once school starts, we keep it. It will probably be fine until around Thanksgiving or Christmas, hopefully.
Yes. But it takes him a couple weeks to get in the regression, and it takes him a couple weeks to get fully out of the regression. He is on medication now, like not just melatonin, but like actual sleep medication to help him sleep. And I would say it's working 70% of the time.
Yeah, it's called clonidine, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
And we have noticed he does sleep more with it, but he still gets up in the middle of the night sometimes, as we said. And like I said, when he does that, a lot of times he's up for the day. So it's a wild ride for us.
It is. Also, we've noticed there's been like an increase in his stimming since he's been on the medication, and we're not really sure if it's a med side effect or what. But the medication helping him sleep 70% of the time is a trade-off. So, yeah, that's one of the biggest things going on with Joey. He started saying his name recently, so he'll occasionally say the word Joey or say his name, Joey. We've heard that. It's absolutely adorable. We've taken him camping. We've gone on a couple family camping trips, one to celebrate my birthday.
Yes, we went for the weekend down to the beach.
We did some beach camping with my family for my birthday. That went really well. When we're at the ocean, we've decided that we need to keep Joey on a harness leash so he can't escape, because our fear is that he will run to the water and not stop and get knocked over. It's all open ocean where we camp. It's really not safe to let him go near it. He doesn't seem to have the sense of danger. He does like to play near the water, but with him harnessed, he can't get away. He's not unsafe, but he has plenty of space where he can play around and play in the sand and stuff like that, which he loves. He seems to really like playing in the sand while we're camping. He seems to really like camping. He likes going for walks, and we let him play where we camp. There's a salt pond. We let him play in the salt pond. And yeah, it was a really nice weekend when we did that for my birthday. What else have we done? That was kind of like the major thing.
Yeah, that was kind of the major thing.
Well, that was the major thing that we did as a family.
Yeah, we did that. We went the weekend before for a night. he did pretty well with that. He slept through the night at the beach 2 of the 3 nights that we've been there for camping over the 2 weekends. And then the one time he woke up in the middle of the night, he didn't actually get out of the bed he was in. He just kind of sat there laughing until he fell back asleep.
Yes. So that's pretty much the update with Joey. We're just trying to figure out what our next steps are with the sleep regression. If we're going to need to have his tonsils removed, if we're going to need to do a sleep study, which I think we are, and all that stuff. So we're kind of navigating that still. It's been a long ride, but we're working on it. Remy, let's talk about Remy.
What's there to say about Remy?
Remy's room still isn't clean. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm serious. Well, it hasn't been since December.
I think he got it clean one day and then
Destroyed it again. Yeah. No, that's just kind of been the struggle with Remy the last couple of days, but he's looking forward to having some time. My parents are going to take Joey, and we have a plan on doing a day trip with us and Remy. I'm not really sure when that's going to be yet. Jeremy, how about you? What's your update?
Not much.
Do we have the same update?
I don't have much of an update. I've been working, taking care of the kids, going to the therapies. I'm just happy to have a vacation coming up so I can rest.
Yes. We have family vacation coming up, and I am, oh God. So my update is kind of big. I resigned from my job due to mostly, like 90% of the reason is due to Joey's care just being so extensive. I am going to be honest with you guys. I am a little bit horrified because I don't really know what's next for me or my family. I don't have another career path lined up right now. I don't have another job lined up. I put my 2 weeks in on a day that I was absolutely exhausted and burnt out. And I had been burnt out. And I think my burnout was from the pressure of having to go to work and taking care of people and having to come home and take care of Joey. And then by the time I would get home at sometimes 11, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And Joey would be waking up at 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I would be up all night with him and up all day. And then I would be going to work. And while I was at work, I would be passing medications on maybe 1 or 2 hours of sleep, and then trying to drive home on 1 or 2 hours of sleep at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And it was not safe for me. It was not healthy for me. I was losing my patience with my kids. I was losing my patience with the people I was caring for. It was also not safe for my residents, for me being so tired leaving work. I was not the best employee. I kept getting like eye infections. My eye would swell up from being just exhausted and stressed. So Jeremy and I talked about it, and we came to the conclusion that I can't do both. I can't work a demanding job and have a child whose care and needs are so extensive and demanding. It's not fair to my work, it's not fair to my kids, and it's not fair to me because I can't stretch myself that thin. I found my boundary as a mom and as a caregiver, and I set that boundary. And the boundary was, right now, I cannot work a demanding job. I don't have one yet, but I need to find a flexible job. And right now, that's very difficult. And anybody who works in healthcare right now will tell you that there are massive shortages. Everybody I know who works in healthcare is exhausted. Everybody I know who works in healthcare is burnt out. Everybody I know who works in healthcare is not getting vacation time. They're struggling to get days off. They're all working short-staffed. It's the whole field right now is just just in shambles. And it's not just at my facility. I'm seeing it. I'm in CNA groups on Facebook, and I'm seeing it across the groups. I'm hearing it from healthcare workers in other states. I'm hearing it from friends who do healthcare in hospitals and people who work in home care facilities, people who work in group homes, different departments in hospitals, like dietary and housekeeping, and everybody in the healthcare field right now is really, really burnt out. And we're seeing the effects because healthcare workers are quitting their jobs like never before. And again, a big part of it was Joey, but there was that layer in there too that I was just so exhausted and so burnt out. And it's kind of like I'm looking forward to what is going to happen. Having more time with my family is massive. Having weekends with my family is like, we almost never have weekends together. All last year, we never had a full weekend together.
Yeah, we did.
We had 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a family, all last year, how many weekends did we really have? Full weekends did we have?
Not a lot, no.
All of 2020, I think we might have had like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Because I was working every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working almost every holiday. And it just, I'm exhausted. And add to that burden of being a caregiver, working in healthcare, being a CNA, it is a stressful job. Like it might not be the highest paying and it might not be the most stressful job in the world, but there is a lot of stress to it. It's an important job, and you're always putting other people's needs before your own. Add into consideration that I am coming home, and that is my personal life at home with my kids. It was just too much. So, I had to take a break from it. I don't know if I will go back into CNA work yet or not. I know I need a break right now.
Yes.
That's just clear. I do miss certain aspects of going to work. I miss certain aspects of the job. I love my residents. I miss all of them. I love my coworkers. I'm going to miss all of them. I don't know where I'm going to fall in the healthcare field. Remy's still up right now. He was supposed to go to bed about an hour ago, but he's still up and he is laughing in the background. So if you do pick up on that, I do apologize. That's kind of out of my control. I cannot force a child to sleep. Believe me, I wish I could. I wouldn't have had to give up my job. But there are many layers to my resignation, and so I'm now taking the journey of being a stay-at-home mom, so I'm now taking on the journey of being a stay-at-home mom, which is a role I've never really had. I've done maternity leave, but I've never really not worked or been out of work. So yeah, that's going to be like a massive adjustment for me, going from, full-time working crazy mom and dad working opposite weird crazy hours to home. I've had a couple moments this week where I've kind of been like, I've made myself a massive to-do list, and then I realized I can't finish everything on my list today. I'm overdoing it. What am I doing?
Also, with the kids home, it's a lot harder to do. You'll get more of that done once they go back to school.
Yes. But I'm sending him my to-do lists every day to prove I'm productive. And I'm finding myself getting like overwhelmed with the to-do list, and almost some moments it being impossible with, like you said, with the kids being home and stuff. So, but I'm trying. I don't really know if I have anything else. That's like the biggest thing. That's the biggest change right now. My hope is to make Caregiver Chronicles in this time that I'm not working and figuring out what I want to do, because I really don't know what my next step is. My hope is to focus obviously on my family first and Caregiver Chronicles second. I love this podcast. It's been very therapeutic for me. It's I'm watching it grow, and it's so fun to watch it grow and meeting different people. Last week's interview was just incredible. I love talking to Ajmer. His story is amazing. He's a real superhero too. And so I really love podcasting, and I'd like to continue to expand and get interviews booked and get some extra work and extra content for Caregiver Chronicles out while I'm figuring out what I'm going to do next. That being said, we do have our family vacation coming up.
Yeah, so for our family vacation, we're going to be doing little day trips around our house to places. Almost all of the museums and aquarium and some of the zoos in Connecticut are open, free admission for kids that are for Connecticut residents. So we'll be able to get in, take the kids to go see some stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then, like I said, we're Sarah's parents are going to take Joey for a day so we can do something special with Remy that we wouldn't be able to do with Joey. We're talking about taking him to an amusement park so that he can actually get out and have some fun, because he can do all those things even though Joey can't.
Yeah, it'd be a little too overwhelming for Joey, I think, just yet. We're also planning on doing some camping, and yeah, we just have a lot of. I'm just really looking forward to the things we have coming up. This is the first time in a long time where I feel like I have things to look forward to. Even though there's a lot of uncertainty right now, I actually have things in my life, in my children's life, that I'm looking forward to, and things that I would not be able to do if I were working still. And I'm not telling you guys to resign from your jobs because you're a caretaker. I'm telling you, this is the decision that me and Jeremy came to for our family, and we have a lot of stuff we still have to figure out about it, and a lot of things we got to figure out. But right now, this is kind of the best. And the other thing is, I have an amazing support network. I'm very fortunate to have a lot of family and friends around me who are very supportive of my decision to have resigned. I also am very fortunate to have resources and connections and to know people who know where to help me get help for my family if money does become an issue. So I am very, very fortunate.
Yes,
we are. We're well connected. We're very fortunate. And if you're in that position and you need help, reach out to us at Caregiver Chronicles. We will help you find the right people in your area. If your mental health is more important than your job.
Yes, absolutely.
Like 1,000%.
You won't be able to do your job if your mental health overtakes you. So you always focus on that.
And when your mental health starts to decline, your physical health will start to decline. And, I can't be the best mom if I'm run down all the time. So we came to the decision we came to. Family first, mental health first. And yeah, and this is like I said, this is the first time in such a long time I feel like I have things to look forward to.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I felt like I actually had something to look forward to.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was it. And then after that,
well, we were looking forward to going to Memphis.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. Well,
pandemic.
maybe next year. This year we're planning not to travel far distances because of the Delta variant and our kids not being vaccinated. We're choosing to stay in New England, where most of the areas are higher vaccination rates. So then other parts of the country, I'm not bashing, I'm not trying to make this like a geographical divide. I'm just saying we're sticking to areas with higher vaccination rates for travel this year.
Yep. Hopefully we can get out and see more of the country next year.
Yeah. So with that will wrap up this week's episode of Caregiver Chronicles. Make sure you check out next week's episode with Mishka Siebert. She is just super amazing from Happy Autism. She's just super amazing person. Last week's episode, if you didn't hear it with Ajmer, amazing. This guy is a real superhero, guys. I hope you all check it out. Yeah, we've got some incredible interviews coming up. We've got some really great stuff booked and that we're looking forward to on Caregiver Chronicles. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh, wait. We gotta tell you guys where to find us.
Okay.
So you can find us at Caregiver Chronicles 2 on Instagram, CareCron 1,
Caregiver Cron 1.
Caregiver Cron 1 on Twitter. I think we mess that up every week.
Yes, we do.
So our Twitter account, we keep messing it up. We call it CareCron, and it's not. It's Caregiver Cron 1. So if you're trying to find us on Twitter, that's how you find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, Caregiver Chronicles. You can email us, caregiverchroniclespod@gmail.com. And the best way you can support this podcast and support our family is to give us a thumbs up, 5-star rating, a review, share us with your friends, have them give us a thumbs up or like, especially on our podcast. That is massive. It helps with algorithms. It helps us get discovered. There is a spot on Anchor to donate. Again, I don't like asking for that because I know that a lot of people are in a tough spot right now. It's 99 cents a month. Do not feel obligated to do that by any means. I would so much prefer you share a podcast with your friends and your family. Give us a rating, give us a review, because that's what we live for, is the feedback. So thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.